Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. How are you doing, Noel? I see that you are the first one in. Girl, I was supposed to start at 10 o'clock, but I mean, just so much stuff is just going on. But like I said, I'd rather talk about other people's problems than our problems, okay? And also, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Rhonda. She had called me, are you coming online? Yes, I'm going to come online because I want to go ahead and finish this out. So, how are you doing this morning, Noel? How are you doing? Yes, indeed. I'm gonna also do try to come on at 7 o'clock so I can go ahead and do another show because I want to go ahead and talk about all this stuff that's going on. How they are messing with these babies. Take your hands off of these kids. Grown ups, wait until your kids get at least 18 years old so they can go ahead and make their own decisions. And I want to go ahead and talk about that. And also, I want to go ahead and talk about Martell Hoax and Melanie. Martell is very upset that Melanie, she went ahead and brought her son some bling bling. I guess Martell say no, that is not appropriate. That's not setting a good example because most of these young rappers that's wearing those bling bling, all those diamonds all on their teeth and around their neck, that's not setting a good example, not especially when it comes to kids. Because kids, like I said, they soak up all that stuff. And you don't want your kids to think that they have to put their entire investment on their backs. That does not make no sense at all. So I want to go ahead and talk about that. And also with Dwayne Wade, he wants to go ahead and change his transgender daughter's name. And she's only 15 years old. You never know. She might have a change of mind. So why are we sitting there interfering in these kids, growing up? Just let them be kids. The child is not even old enough to vote, guys. To me, that does not make no sense at all. So let me go ahead and continue with where I had left off when it comes to Noah in the Bible. And like I told you guys, look, I'm just a messenger, okay? So don't get mad at the messenger. I'm just a messenger. I just wants to know why. Why are these books were, omitted, because to me, like I said there and say, well, all I have is just opinion, but why are these books are omitted? And we had stopped off at 12, verse 12. So I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Let me see what I got going on. But, like I said, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of unanswered questions. And when I say, our history have been, overturned and so much happened when it comes to Black history. So you never know, what's true or not. But like I said, we just got to keep searching until we find the truth. And sooner or later, one thing that I do know is that when it comes to the truth gonna always find its way back home. Amen. So let's go ahead and get to where I had left off because I was talking about in the book of Enoch. And those that are not familiar with what I'm talking about, go and watch my last video that I had uploaded when I had talked about Noah, who was Noah, the story of Noah when he was a child, and how he looked different than the rest of his other siblings and his parents. And the book that I'm coming out of is chapter 105. And I had stopped at verse 12. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, guys, make sure that you go look at the last video that I had dropped because, like I say, to me, it's very interesting, And the question is when, you know, Why would they take this out of the Bible? And this right here is, to me, is one of the most important chapter. At least it was set, and give us an idea of when it comes to, our our genetics, especially when it comes to stuff like that, our lineage. Anoya has said, that's ridiculous. 15, yeah, she's talking about Dwayne Wade's son. Yes, it is. Hi, college. How are you doing? Welcome to my channel. Yes, and also I'll keep forgetting about Twitter. Welcome, guys, from tuning in. Okay, and I'm also gonna come on Facebook, but not as of yet. I'm just waiting till things get a little more easier, and then I'll go ahead and move on to Facebook, Twitter, and also I was thinking about opening Bigo Live because I do go on there and might I don't know the other one. I can't even think of it, but TikTok, yes, might think about going there. So let me go ahead and finish out this verse right quick, where we already had talked about how Noah's father Lamech, how he was shocked, when he saw his son, because his son was looking different from the rest, where he went to his father Methuselah. So in 12 it says, his father Lamech feared and fled to me, which he had fled to his father Enoch, believing not that the child belongs to him, but that he resembles the angels of heaven. And I had told you guys, when it talk about the angels, they are talking about the fallen angels, because back then in that time, they were saying that the fallen angels, which I'm going ahead of myself, that they was, mingling with, the children of the Most High God. And it goes on and says, and behold, I am come to you that you might point out to me the truth. And 13 says, then I, Enoch, answered and said, the Lord will effect a new thing upon the earth. Do you hear this? The Lord will effect a new thing on the earth. This have I explained and see visions. I have shown you that in the generation of Jared, my father, those who were from heaven disregard the word of the Lord. Behold, they have committed crime, laid aside their class, which means that, they laid down their dignity, their integrity, and intermingle with women. So, like I told you guys, look, right here, nothing is new under the sun. And right there, they had intermingled with women. And we have to be careful today. We cannot just go after any and everything, because you don't know who you are entertaining with unequal yoke people, selling your birthrights for a bowl of beans, and wondering why so much chaos and so much stuff is going on. And also it says, when they transgressed, married with them, and begot children. So they are mingling with these angels, these fallen angels, and they're having children. And you know the results of all this stuff. You know the results of all this stuff. That's why we have to be careful. And I think, that when King James, which we gonna talk about him, but not at this time, which he's very questionable, is a reason why King James had took this out of the Bible. Number one, it talks about the lineage of the male and the female. That's what I'm gonna say, the male and the original male and female. Because if we go by the book of Enoch, we would see that it had to have been a darker race. And common sense could tell you that. A child can tell you that, because if Lamech has said that his son was of a lighter color, blue eyes, and hair white like wool, and if he was looking like his son, no way in the world that he would have got excited about that. He wouldn't have panicked about that. So let's go on and finish with all this. Just like I say, guys, I'm just a messenger. So like I said, you can get upset all you want, but ain't nobody mad but the devil, because one thing about me, I did not write this, okay? I did not write this. I'm only sitting there reading it, okay? So 14 says, a great destruction therefore shall come upon all the earth, a deluge, which means like a deluge, Deluge, which means a gulf of water, a body of water. A great destruction shall take place in 1 year. And that's right here is where the Most High God is talking about the flood. And 15 says, this child which is born to you shall survive on the earth, and his 3 sons shall be saved with him. With all mankind who are on earth shall die, he shall be saved. Now, right here, we have so many people trying to break down these scriptures when they say that, well, Noah's sons came from different races. Like one of them say that Ham was black, one of them was Asian, and the other one was European. Now tell me, does that make sense? Tell me right now, does that make sense? It does not make no sense at all. But when you read the book of Enoch make more sense than what the theory that they got going on right now. Now, I would be Fred. I don't even know how nobody could even try to make this make sense. If I had children and each child that I had different nationalities. Now, right there, I would be questioning myself. How can I have one child look like an Asian, the other child look like a Caucasian, and the next child look like something else? No, that's not so. So the only thing that can make sense, and like I said, I have nothing against albinos. Noah was an albino. And maybe it had happened during a time when they say that the Most High God had cursed Cain, when Cain had slain his brother, when he killed his brother Abel. And that was the curse that Cain had, because we know that Cain had the mark on his head, his forehead. And sometimes just because you have like a little small birthmark on your forehead, because that's where they said that Cain had that mark, your next genes, your next child may be, the whole entire body might be affected with it. It could, you never know. But whatever it was, we know that Noah, he had to been an albino. And like I told you guys, I'm not writing it. I'm only just sitting there reading it. That's it. I'm not writing it. I'm just only reading. I'm going to go ahead and read a few more, and then I'm going to go ahead and stop. And it says, 16, and his prosperity shall begin on earth. Giants. See, back then they had giants. But the giants was not spiritual, but carnal, meaning that it had very evil people that was walking on this earth during that time. Upon the earth shall a great punishment be inflicted, and it shall wash from all corruption. Now therefore inform your son Lamech that he who is born is his child in truth. So Enoch had told Lamech that his son is for him, and he shall call his name Noah, for he shall be to you a survivor. He and his children shall be saved from the corruption which shall take place in the world, from all the sins and from all the iniquity which shall be consummated on earth in his days. Afterwards shall greater impieties take place than that which has been before consummated on the earth. For I am acquainted with holy mysteries, which the Lord himself has discovered and explained to me, and which I have read in the tablet of heaven. So I'm gonna go ahead. When Methuselah heard the word of his father, Enoch, who has shown him every secret thing, he returned with understanding and called the name of that child Noah, because he was consoled to the earth on account of the destruction. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop right there, guys. Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and stop right there, and let me go ahead and pause right there. So right there, guys, like I said, I didn't write it. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a messenger, okay? But the way that the book of Enoch breaks it down, to me, it makes more sense than what they have put out there. And it could have came from, the genes had changed because of the curse that Cain had. Now some says that that's the reason why some of the some all this stuff had happened, because of Cain, and his generation, his kids, and all this stuff that had happened. I don't know, but whatever it is, to me, this right here makes more sense. This right here makes more sense than what people have been saying out there. So I don't know. Like I said, guys, I am only the messenger. But when I look at it, as you see this picture right here, take a good look at this picture. This makes sense, because we are a diversity of people. We come from the chocolates of the chocolates to the lightest of the lightest. And the only thing that I can come up with, from reading the book of Enoch, and like I said, even a child can break this down to see that this right here make more sense than the theory that they have now. So maybe, all the different races came, through this lineage right here, which we know, which will explain that the original man and female had to come from a darker race. And no other, I don't know nothing. All the research that I have done, no one can prove any difference, because we already know, and that's facts, that's scientific facts, that a black man can make a very, very chocolate black man, and a very chocolate black woman can make the whitest of the baby. And that's facts. That's facts. And it's not, a lot of people, they really don't want to talk about this, because the first thing that someone is saying that, the person is being racist. But this is not being racist. It's time for us to know the truth. And the truth is going to set us free. It does not make no sense for us to continue just sitting there sweeping stuff like this under the rug. And the first thing people say, well, I don't care about colors. I don't see color. That's a lie. When you say that you don't see color, that's a lie. I get very offensive about that. I get very upset about that. When you say that you don't see color, that's a lie. That is a lie. And that's why I tell you guys, you have to learn to research. Research. Because this right here, guys, makes more sense. Make more sense how it all came down. how the lineage started than what the theory that we have out there. It makes more sense. And that's why we have to rightfully divide the word of truth. Rightfully divide the word of truth. And the reason why is because our history was overturned. But if you look at this picture right here, this picture makes more sense. And that's why we are hated. We are counted like sheep for the slaughter. Because they do not want us to know the truth. They do not want you to know the truth. They know it. It's just that we don't know it. But all this right here makes sense. And that's why I say when you read the word of God, just don't take their word for it. Pray. Ask the Holy Spirit to lead and guide you to all truth. And trust me, he will reveal it to you. And that's how he revealed it to me. And if you Google it, even science, they cannot prove you wrong. Because I don't know no other race can make the whitest baby or the darkest child. Two white people cannot do that. Two Asians people can't do that. But two black people, dark chocolate black people, the darkest of the darkest, can make the whitest of the whitest. And that's all I wanted to go ahead and talk about, because no way that I could have bypassed when I was doing the trivia quizzes and questions and bypassed that. Because the Bible says everything that the Most High God made was good. So you mean that anything that came after God destroyed? When he said he made man in the image of his likeness, the image of him. So if God say that he made man in the image of him and his likeness, that means that the black man looked just like the Most High God. If he made in his image and his likeness, so why would God come and destroy an entire race that looked just like him? And that's where all the confusion and all the stuff comes when it comes to politics and religion. And nobody wants to have nothing to do with it. So what they rather do is just go ahead and either sweep it under the rug or put a Band-Aid over it. But you can't keep hiding the truth. You can't keep hiding the truth, because one day the truth is going to find its way back home. Thank you, Rhonda. And thank you, Rhonda's husband. Thank you for listening. If you guys feel free, you want to go ahead and chime in, let me know. Let me know. Because I'm pretty much, like I said, I done what I needed to do. I did a part 1. Make sure you go ahead and check the video that I had made. I think it was yesterday on this right here. The book of Enoch, the lost book. Was it lost or was it hidden? Was it lost or was it hidden? Because if they have all this information that's in the book of Enoch, and if they was trying to overturn history, especially Black history, I would hide that book as well. If I was trying to bring in white supremacists, come on, tell the truth and shame the devil. I would hide that book as well. If I was trying to make everything look like the image of whoever was trying to sit there and rewrite this book, King James. Google who King James is, guys. Google him. You will be surprised who they say King James is. And that's why I tell you all, I sat there and say to them, it was a book. Don't do away with it, because God can take the foolish things and turn it and make it come for the wise. What the devil meant for bad, God can turn it for our good. So if they sit there and put this book, which they didn't put it in our hands, because just like I had told you on my last video, you already know that they did not wanted us to read. And that's why they didn't want us to learn to read. Because they know if we would have learned how to read, then we would have been figured this out long time ago. That's why I say, if they want to sit there and hide anything, the best thing to do nowadays is put it in a book. Because some of us, we don't like to read, we don't like to research. But those that are seeking the truth, they gonna open up the book. They gonna start researching. But you can't hide this. You cannot tell me what I don't see. You can't hide this. You can't keep lying to me. You can't keep lying to us. Because we having people right now that have taken someone else's identity. That is considered as theft. So why should I allow you to eat the children's bread when it's not yours? Come on, guys, help me to make this make sense. That is theft. Stolen identity. Amen. Thank you, Rhonda. That is stolen identity. Because when I read the story of Enoch, the Bible says Lamech even was shocked. He had to go to his father. His father had to go to his father. Because they was even shocked. And he knew that his wife was not messing around. And even if she was messing around, everyone that was in their tribe looked alike. They all looked alike. But all of a sudden, Lamech and his wife had a child that looked different than the entire tribe. Come on, guys, help me to make this make sense. Help me to make this make sense. And that's why I said everything that they told you, question it. Even from your last name. Because as you can see right here, this was false evidence appearing to be real. Stolen identity. And what the Most High God is doing right now, He is ripping the sheets off of them. Wolves in sheep clothing. That's all it is. And guys, I'm not trying to, like I said, and I don't have to sit there and try to sugarcoat it. I don't have to try to sit there and make people feel, like, okay, stroke them or woo them. I'm here to tell you the truth. And only the truth is going to set you free. And like I sit there and say, the doors are open. If you can tell me anything different, please tell me. Please tell me. Because none of us have all the answers. We are only seeking. Just like I say, the word is only hidden to those that are lost. The word is like treasure. He that find it, you're going to hold on to that. And that's all I have to hold on to. But everybody is eating off the children's bread, except the children. But yet we buck dancing, we entertaining them for stuff that's already ours. Something that's already ours. And I know everybody's not going to like it. And the ones that really don't like it is our people, because we have gotten so comfortable and so conditioned sitting at the feet, sitting at the table, not knowing that the entire table belongs to you. Wake up, people. Wake up. Stop allowing them to throw you crumbs every now and then, here and there, when it belongs to you. I remember when they say the people in Africa wanted Britain and all of them to return the artifacts, the African artifacts, back to Africa. And I had said this before. I want to tell you what these people told them in England. See, if we return all the African artifacts back to Africa, they wouldn't know what to do with it. How can you tell me? How can you tell me what to do with something that belongs to me, that you stolen? Return these people's stuff back to them. And guys, stuff like this, I get so emotional. And like I said, not too many people is not gonna like it. But like I say, when it comes to this channel right here, it's only for the remnant, the truth seekers, people that wants to know the truth, people that's sick and tired of watching people that does not, these people does not, how can I say it? These people are living over something that belongs to you. Stolen identity. Imposters. That's who they are. Living your life. The life that the Most High God had given to you, has set for you. He made you dominion over it all. And the cankerworms, the palmer worms, and the locusts, that's all they are. They came and they sucked you dry. They cleaned the plate. Rhonda said that the slavery mindset says our people do not need to woke up. Our people need to wake up. It's time to wake up because of that slavery mind. We need to shake the residue off of us and wake up. Start researching. Because they're not going to try to correct you. And the reason why they're not going to correct you, because they living off the harvest. Their children is reaping the benefits. And the first thing they're going to tell you, oh, that happened so long ago. But your children's children is reaping the benefits off the backs of slavery, off the backs of the children's bread. That's not right. That is not right. That is not right. And you're wondering why we are upset. Oh, you want to call us the angry black woman, the angry black man. We have right to be angry. We have right to be upset. Because this right here is stolen identity. Because, like I told you yesterday, we did not come knocking on your doors. You came and you broke down our door and stole everything that was not nailed down, including us. And I'm here right now, Rhonda, to break the chains. It starts with somebody. Break the chains off of your mind. Pull those strongholds down. Pull them down. Wake up and come out of her. And that's why they put all this foolish stuff, just like I say, in our face. Anything to entertain us. Anything to entertain us. And I want to talk about that tonight. I want to talk about all this stuff that's going on tonight. How we see all these rappers making millions of dollars and not doing anything with it. Making diamond grills, putting chains, diamond chains all around their neck. Their entire investment on their back. Enough for someone to come and rob them instead of investing. They love to see this. They love when we act like this. Because we are making them more powerful, more bigger than ever. And we saying, when we going to build back up? When we going to build black communities, black banks, black schools? When? Not with that mindset. We have to pull those strongholds down. We have to take those chains, those plantation chains off of our mind. We have to come out of her. Because like I told you, old master don't have to do anything. Old master don't have to do nothing but just sit back and relax and laugh at us. Because we are making them so powerful. Keep pouring into the system. And like I told you guys, the system is not broken. The system is doing exactly what the system was designed to do. Nothing is new under the sun. Just like when we was in Pharaoh's house, in bondage with Pharaoh in Egypt. And we still is in bondage today. When are we going to wake up? Because we've been oppressed, suppressed, depressed by white supremacists over 700 years, guys. We've been under the yoke of white supremacists for over 700 years. When will someone say enough is enough? When will someone say enough is enough? Long as we allow them to sit there and show us something, dingling all these diamonds and all these foolish stuff, giving us reality shows and having us acting like clowns and buffoonery, we ain't gonna come out. We're not gonna come out. Start injecting ourselves. We talked about that. Trying to look like the Europeans, cutting our face, trying to take the nose that God given us, want to make it look European, bleaching our skin, our melanin. You're going to need that melanin one day. Trust me. You're going to need it one day because the sun is getting closer to the earth. The sun is getting closer to the earth. So you're going to need that melanin one day. Google it. Google it. The sun is getting so closer to the earth. So we need to wake up. Wake up. Rhonda say celebrities is nothing but puppets on a string. Yes. And our people are falling for it. Because it's a little piece of cheese. And I'm not calling my people no rats. But when it's a little small piece of cheese, they throwing out at us every now and then. What they gonna do? They all gonna run after that little small piece of cheese, not knowing, like I say all the time, the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Everything that dwells in it belongs to us. We running after stuff that belongs to us. If we stop working for them one day, one day, if we stop working for them, the entire economy will collapse. And that's real talk. The entire economy will collapse. One day you stop working for them. One day, if everybody decide we're not going to work, we no longer going to work for them 24 hours, I promise you, one day it will collapse. You are the lifeline to everything that exists. Can't you see it? You are the lifeline to everything that exists. Without you, nothing will exist. Nothing will exist. And this is not being racist, guys. This is to tell our people it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. It's time for someone to say enough is enough. This has been going on for 700 years. 700 years. And the only way that this would end, you have to chop that head off. Chop that head off of white supremacists. And I promise you, it will collapse. It will collapse. It will collapse. I promise you, it will collapse. Chop the head off. Because everything that they touch, hell will follow. Hell will follow because of everything they will touch. When the Most High God told you in the beginning not to cast your pearls to swines, what you did, you cast your pearls to swines. And what did they do? They clean you up dry. They lick the plate. They leave you nothing. Look at Queen Elizabeth. Look at Queen Elizabeth. That big old huge diamond. The huge diamond. Y'all don't want to hear this. Y'all don't want to hear. I got 15 more minutes because I only do an hour. I came in at 10:30 and I'm leaving at 11:30. Y'all don't want to hear this. Look at that huge diamond. Research the Culligan diamond that Queen Elizabeth have on her crown. On her crown. Queen Elizabeth says the reason why she does not wear that crown, because when she hold her neck down, she say the crown is the diamond is so heavy, the crown, that it hurts her neck. The reason why that crown hurts your neck, because you are not the rightful owner. Come on, tell the truth and shame the devil. Give these people the children's bread back. Because how can you have a diamond that worth billions of dollars? Today it might be worth trillions of dollars. And the people in Africa still struggling. I used to wonder. I sit there and say, everybody told me, I used to read that all the diamonds, all the oil, all the resources comes from out of Africa. I even read in history, because I loved in history, that Africa have at least, I think, 52 or 44, or I might be wrong, countries right there in Africa, 54 or 56 countries inside of Africa. That is huge. So why is Africa poor? They say Africa is not poor. Africa is very rich. It's the people. Some of the people are poor. And they are telling us, they say, do not go to Africa. They even got us afraid to go back to our motherland. Do not go to Africa. That's what they always told us. Or they'll use that reverse psychology. Go back to Africa. Knowing they don't want us to go back to Africa. But yet they'll sit there and tell us not to go to Africa. But where are they? Right there in Africa. Right there in Africa. That's where they are. Just sucking them dry. Cleaning them up dry. Cleaning them up dry. And that's why they sit there and try to make you feel like, oh, don't go there. So in a minute that these people find diamonds in the backyard, they come and they ready to snatch it out of their hands. That's not right, guys. That is not right at all. They took that stuff from Africa, yes. Rhonda says, sis, we are going to do a panel. Okay, let me go ahead and leave the link. I didn't see it because I was so busy talking. If you're welcome, guys, you're welcome to come on. Sorry, I didn't see it. They always taking something from us. Always. I put the link down, Rhonda, in case you guys want to come. Because I only, like I said, everything. But the thing about it is that we have people, our own people now, that is educated now. We have Black billionaires now. Why no one's saying anything? Why no one making us think about it? The only time we see them, our own people, that think they have a little bit, is when it's time to vote. Telling us that this person, this Joe Biden and this person, they the ones that's going to save us. They the one going to help us. If you don't vote for me, then you're not Black. They tells us that story. And when we tell you, so we believe this. We believe everything that they tell us. I was asking, when are we going to do one? Not today. Whenever you're ready, Rhonda. Whenever you're ready. They over there in Africa trying to take over. The president is selling his own people. Yeah, we talked about that. I talked about that. That's coming out of what book? Is in the book of Genesis. Is when Joseph brothers has sold him to Pharaoh. You remember when Joseph brother had thrown him into the pit, and the Egypt, who that was, the gypsies had found him. The gosh, who was them? I can't think offhand who it was. Has sold Joseph to Pharaoh to put him in prison, and he came from the pit to the palace, something like that. But we talked about that. I made a video on that. Our own people will sell us out. Yes, they sold us out in the beginning. Read the story about Joseph and his brothers, how they sold their brother. threw him in a pit, from pit to prison to the palace. And they end up at the end bowed down to their brothers, just like his brother told him, you will bow down. And right there, Joseph had his brothers right there in his hands. But he didn't do his brothers anything. He said, what the devil meant for bad, God turned it around for your good. So whatever the devil meant for bad, God is going to turn around for our good. And as you can see, doomsday is coming. End time is coming. Trust me, you can't get away with nothing. You cannot get away with nothing. And I told you guys, we don't even have to worry about anything anymore. Because God got this. The first going to be last and the last going to be first. Google it. We are now, which we been was. But the only reason why they can't hide it no more, because now, because of technology, we been was the majority. But we didn't do our research. We always thought that we was the minority. And long as we thought like that, it just made them more powerful. Not knowing that we was already the majority. Come on, guys. Start researching. It don't take much. The word is only hitting to those that are lost. Ronald said, never put trust in man. You never get anywhere. Never. The Bible tells us, trust no man. No man. Trust no man but to love him. Don't trust no man. Because man does not have a heaven or hell to put no one in. Man does not have the power to raise it up, and they don't have the power to lay it down. I have things to do, so call me when you get done. Okay, I will. I have about 10 more minutes because I came on late at 10:30, and I'm gonna leave at 11:30. But guys, if you have any questions, feel free, because I'm pretty much done. You take it or leave it. It's up to you guys what you want to go ahead and do with it. But like I said, I'm just a messenger. I didn't make this up. It was already out there. I just researched and found it. Like I say, the word is not hidden, only to those that are lost. So it's nothing that, I have made up. I didn't make it up. Look at the picture. Look at the picture. And like I said, pictures does not lie. One thing about a picture can tell 1,000 words. And you would be stupid if you sat there and get mad over it. Why would you get mad over your inheritance? Why? Why would you get mad over your inheritance? Something that belongs to you. I'm talking to my people. I'm trying to wake my people up. I'm trying to tell my people to come out of her. And start doing for yourself. Just one day, I promise you, one day, you start keeping your money in your pocket, the whole economy will collapse. Because you are the one that's giving them your energy. You are the one that building their empire, keeping their children going to the best schools while your kids going to public schools. Come on, guys, help me to make this make sense. Help me to make this make sense. And like I said, I'm not getting paid for this. But if you all want to go ahead and cash out me, trust me, I'll cash out here. Cash out me. Because I'm not getting paid for this. I'm not getting paid for this. But I can't lie. What you want to hear, the truth or a lie? I can't lie. I'm sold out. I cannot lie. Oh, I'm here to tell you the truth. I have 10 more minutes, guys. 10 more minutes. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Feel free to ask. And I'm not saying that I have all the answers, but I can get back to you, or I could tell you where to go. Google it. Google have a huge search engine. Open up a book. Know who you are. You are more important than you think. More important than you think. Everything about you, from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet. But we don't see it because of our mindset. Because they told us that we was nobody, we was less than. But they admire everything about you. They will want everything about you. Because trust me, when the sun hits your skin, it basks in your glory, basks in your beauty. The sun loves you. We already have everything that we need inside of us. So we don't have to. We don't have to run to this or run to that store to get this because it's already built inside of us. And I'm not being racist. I'm telling you the truth. I'm talking to my people. It's time for us to wake up. Shake off those grave clothes and come out of her. Start building for yourself. The devil won't tell you that. You think the devil gonna tell you this? The devil gonna tell you to stay in your mess. He gonna tell you keep doing what you're doing. Keep pouring into something that don't even like you, don't want you, don't have nothing to do with you. The devil will tell you that. The devil won't tell you to get up and start moving, start building. He won't tell you nothing like that. He gonna keep you ignorant. He gonna keep your kids going into public schools, sitting there coming out worse than what they are, from school to prison. They ain't teaching your kids anything. If anything, they teaching your kids is how to sit there and don't get me started because I only got 2 minutes, so I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there. You know what's going on in them public schools, but yet you keep sending your kids in there. Instead of they teaching your kids about curriculum, having them prepare for college and having them prepare to be entrepreneurs, they trying to have your kids all messed up in the mind. Why is they worrying about these kids' bodies? Why? Why is they so quick to change your children? Why? Why is the government is interfering in these kids, these babies? These kids is not even eligible to vote. But yet we shoving all this stuff in their throat, down their throat. Come on, guys, wake up, guys. Wake up. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Noel. Thank you all who came to my live. Thank you, thank you, thank you, college. Thank you, guys. Like I said, in here, you're going to eat meat. No water down here. And tonight, I'm going to try to come on tonight at 7 o'clock. And I want to talk about Martell and Melanie. And I also want to talk about Dwayne Wade, the stuff that he's doing. Like I said, why are you messing with these babies? Let the kids be kids. I don't think those kids thinking about all this stuff. It's the grown-ups. The grown-ups are the ones that's pushing all that stuff in their heads. And that's what I want to go ahead and talk about. And like I said there and say, when it comes to my channel, guys, my channel is not for everybody, but it's for those that are seeking the truth. So with all that being said, guys, you all have a good day. Peace out.